Hello and welcome. It's a genuine pleasure to have you join me today as we venture into the vast, mysterious world that lies beneath the waves. Our planet's oceans cover more than 70% of its surface, and within these hidden realms, life flourishes in forms so strange and wonderful they can seem almost alien. Today, our journey takes us into the life of one of the ocean's most enigmatic and intelligent inhabitants, the octopus. A creature of profound complexity and surprising ingenuity, it continues to captivate scientists and ocean enthusiasts alike. I invite you to submerge yourselves with me into their world. We will explore the very fabric of their being, from their unique physiology to their astonishing cognitive abilities. These are not just simple sea creatures. They are sentient beings with an intelligence that often rivals that of more familiar land animals. Even if you consider yourself a seasoned ocean lover, I believe the secrets we are about to uncover will offer new perspectives and deepen your appreciation for these remarkable animals. Prepare to be astonished as we peel back the layers of mystery surrounding the octopus. So take a deep breath and let's dive in. To begin our exploration, we must look not at the octopus's mind, but at its very core, its circulatory system. It is a design born of the unique pressures and demands of a life spent entirely underwater. Unlike us, with our single, tireless heart, the octopus possesses three. Two of these hearts work in dedicated partnership, their sole purpose to pump blood through the delicate feathery gills. It is here, in these intricate structures, that the vital exchange of oxygen from the water occurs, a process fundamental to its survival in the low-oxygen environment of the deep. But what of the rest of the body? For that, a third larger heart takes responsibility. This is the systemic heart, the central powerhouse that circulates blood throughout the octopus's soft, malleable body. Curiously, this powerful systemic heart actually stops beating when the octopus swims. This is why you will often observe an octopus preferring to crawl along the seabed rather than swim for long distances. Perhaps the most visually stunning of all the octopus's abilities is its mastery of camouflage. It is not merely a passive disguise, it is an active, living canvas, capable of changing its appearance in the blink of an eye. This is made possible by thousands of specialized pigment-filled cells in its skin called chromatophores. Each tiny sac of color is surrounded by muscles, and by contracting or relaxing these muscles, the octopus can instantly reveal or conceal the pigment within, painting its skin with an astonishing array of colors and patterns. But the illusion does not stop with color. The octopus can also transform the very texture of its skin to complete the deception. By controlling tiny muscles, it can raise bumps and ridges, creating a spiky, irregular surface that perfectly mimics the texture of a jagged rock or a clump of algae. This ability to match not just the color, but the three-dimensional texture of its surroundings makes it virtually invisible to both predator and prey. This is not a slow, deliberate process. The change is instantaneous, a ripple of transformation that flows across its body in less than a second. An octopus can be sitting in plain sight one moment, and the next, it has simply vanished, melting into the background as if it were a ghost. Beyond its physical adaptations, the octopus possesses an intelligence that is both profound and, at times, mischievous. They are renowned as the ocean's great escape artists, a reputation earned through countless demonstrations of their remarkable problem-solving skills. In aquariums and research labs around the world, tales of their ingenuity are legendary. They have been known to unscrew the lids of jars from the inside to get at a tasty morsel, a feat requiring not just dexterity, but a clear understanding of cause and effect. Their curiosity is matched only by their persistence. There is a famous account of an octopus named Inky, who, under the cover of darkness, squeezed out of a small gap at the top of his tank at the National Aquarium of New Zealand. He then navigated across the floor and slid down a 164-foot drain pipe that led directly back to the sea, a planned and executed escape to freedom. This level of intelligence challenges our very definition of the word. It is a form of cognition that has evolved entirely independently from our own vertebrate lineage. They can learn, they can remember, and they can apply that knowledge to new situations. Some have even been observed exhibiting what appears to be play, repeatedly pushing objects into a water current and watching them drift back, simply for the sake of it. If we were to look inside the octopus, we would find another fundamental difference that sets it apart from us and most other vertebrates. Its blood is not red, but blue. This striking coloration is not a matter of aesthetic chance. It is a direct result of the chemistry required for life in the cold, oxygen-poor depths of the ocean. While our blood uses iron-based hemoglobin to transport oxygen, contained within our red blood cells, the octopus relies on a different molecule entirely. The life-giving protein in an octopus's blood is called hemocyanin. Instead of iron, hemocyanin has a copper atom at its core. When this copper atom binds with an oxygen molecule, it turns a brilliant shade of blue. This is why, when oxygenated, their blood takes on this ethereal sapphire hue. It's honestly an elegant solution to a difficult problem, as hemocyanin is actually more efficient at transporting oxygen than hemoglobin in cold, low-oxygen environments, the very conditions that many octopus species call home. While many octopuses are harmless to humans, relying on their camouflage and intelligence to survive, some species have evolved a more potent defense mechanism. It's important to remember that these are predators, and some carry a secret weapon, venom. The venom is produced in salivary glands and is delivered through a bite from their sharp, beak-like mouth, which is hidden at the center of their arms. For most species, this venom is used to paralyze their prey, such as crabs and shellfish, before they consume them. However, there is one group of octopuses for which this venom is exceptionally powerful, and they serve as a stark reminder to treat all wildlife with respect. This is the blue-ringed octopus. Small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, it is one of the most venomous animals in the entire ocean. When threatened, this tiny creature undergoes a dramatic transformation. Its dull brownish skin erupts with dozens of iridescent sapphire blue rings, a dazzling and unmistakable warning signal to any potential threat. This beautiful display is not a bluff. Its saliva contains a potent neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, the same toxin found in pufferfish. It is powerful enough to be fatal to humans, and most alarmingly, there is no antivenom. The bite itself is often painless, and a victim may not even realize they have been bitten until the symptoms of paralysis begin to set in. The life of an octopus is fraught with peril. In a world of predators, an encounter can often result in injury. A moray eel or a small shark might strike, seizing one of the octopus's 8 versatile arms. But what might be a fatal or permanently disabling injury for another creature is, for the octopus, a setback it can recover from. They possess the remarkable biological gift of regeneration. If an arm is lost, the octopus can simply grow it back, complete and fully functional. The process is a biological marvel. At the site of the injury, specialized cells mobilize and begin to divide, slowly rebuilding the lost limb. Nerves, muscles, suckers, and chromatophores are all reformed with incredible precision, following the original genetic blueprint. What is perhaps even more astonishing is that a severed octopus arm can continue to react and move for some time after it has been detached. It will still respond to stimuli, with its suckers grasping at objects it touches. This is because a significant portion of an octopus's neurons, as much as 2/3, are located not in its central brain, but distributed throughout its arms. Despite their complex brains and sophisticated behaviors, octopuses are, for the most part, profoundly solitary creatures. They do not form schools like fish or pods like dolphins. Their lives are spent in isolation, navigating their patch of the seabed alone. An octopus will typically establish a den, a small cave, a crevice in a rock, or even a discarded bottle, which it defends as its personal territory. From this home base, it will venture out, primarily at dawn and dusk, to hunt for food. Their interactions with others of their own kind are rare and, honestly, often fraught with tension. Outside of the brief and often perilous act of mating, an encounter between two octopuses is more likely to result in a territorial dispute or even cannibalism than in cooperation. This solitary nature makes their intelligence all the more puzzling to scientists, since, complex intelligence in the animal kingdom is often driven by the need to navigate complex social structures. The octopus, however, is a genius of solitude. Their world is one of self-reliance, a silent, individual struggle for survival in the vastness of the ocean. For an animal of such remarkable intelligence and complexity, the octopus is granted a tragically short time on this planet. Their lives are, ephemeral, a fleeting spark of consciousness in the grand timeline of the ocean. Most species of octopus live for only 1 to 2 years. Even the giant Pacific octopus, the largest of them all, which can grow to weigh over 100 pounds, rarely lives beyond 5 years. This short lifespan is intrinsically linked to their reproductive cycle, which, for the octopus, marks the end of their life. After mating, the male enters a period of rapid decline, known as senescence. The female's fate is even more poignant. She will dedicate the final chapter of her life to guarding her eggs, sometimes tens of thousands of them, which she hangs in delicate strings from the roof of her den. For weeks or even months, she is the perfect mother. She will not leave her eggs for any reason, not even to hunt. She gently blows currents of water over them to keep them clean and oxygenated, and she fends off any potential predators that venture too close. Slowly, she starves. By the time the tiny, perfectly formed baby octopuses hatch and drift away on the currents to begin their own solitary lives, their mother is spent. Her life's purpose fulfilled, she too will pass away, a final, selfless act of parental care. The use of tools was once considered a hallmark of human intelligence, a clear dividing line between us and the rest of the animal kingdom. But as we observe the natural world more closely, we find that this is not the case. And among the most surprising and resourceful tool users are the octopuses. They don't have hands to shape and craft implements, but they use their intelligence and their flexible arms to manipulate objects in their environment for a specific purpose, a clear sign of foresight and planning. One of the most famous examples of this behavior comes from the veined octopus of Indonesia. This clever creature has been observed actively seeking out and collecting discarded coconut shell halves from the seafloor. Individually, the shells offer little protection, but the octopus has learned that two halves make a whole. It will carry these shells with it as it moves across the exposed sandy seabed, a cumbersome process that requires it to walk awkwardly on its other arms in a behavior known as stilt walking. Why go to all this trouble? Because the octopus has a plan. When a predator approaches, or when it is time to rest, the octopus will pull the two halves of the coconut shell around itself, creating a perfect portable fortress. It has, in effect, built its own mobile home. This is not instinct, it is a learned behavior, a cognitive leap that involves anticipating a future need and preparing for it. The final and perhaps most defining characteristic of the octopus is a feature defined by its absence. They have no bones. Their entire body, with the sole exception of their hard, sharp beak, is soft and pliable. This lack of a rigid internal skeleton is what grants the octopus its almost supernatural flexibility. It is a creature of pure muscle and nerve, a contortionist that can bend, stretch, and squeeze its body in ways that seem to defy the laws of physics. This bonelessness is the key to their incredible ability to infiltrate the tiniest of spaces. An octopus is limited only by the size of its beak, the one incompressible part of its body. If the beak can fit through a hole, the rest of the octopus's body can flow through like water. A large octopus, weighing dozens of pounds with an arm span of several feet, can pour itself through an opening no larger than a coin. This allows them to escape from predators, hunt in tight crevices, and get out of seemingly secure enclosures. This unique anatomy is a masterclass in evolutionary design. It allows them to exploit a niche that is unavailable to animals constrained by skeletons. They are shapeshifters, able to alter their form to suit their needs. This, combined with their camouflage, their intelligence, and their regenerative powers, makes them one of the most adaptable and successful survivors in the ocean. They are a testament to the fact that strength does not always come from rigidity, but sometimes from the profound power of being soft and flexible. As we resurface from this deep dive into the world of the octopus, I hope you carry with you a newfound sense of wonder for these incredible animals. From their 3 hearts and blue blood, to their astonishing intelligence and ability to vanish into thin air, the octopus is a creature that continually defies our expectations. They remind us that the ocean depths hold beings of a complexity and ingenuity that we are only just beginning to comprehend. The world beneath the waves is not a silent, empty place. It is teeming with lives as rich and as fascinating as any on land. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. Exploring the mysteries of the natural world is a passion of mine, and being able to share it with you is a true privilege. If you found these facts as amazing as I do, please consider showing your support by giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel for more explorations into the animal kingdom. Your support allows me to continue bringing these stories to light. And now, I would love to hear from you. What was the one fact about the octopus that surprised you the most? Was it their tool use, their venomous kin, or their poignant short lifespans? Please share your thoughts and your favorite octopus fact in the comments section below. I look forward to reading every one of them and continuing the conversation with this wonderful community. Until next time, stay curious, stay